The entire population of the Bay Area is collectively crossing its fingers that Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry will be fully ready when the upcoming season tips off in October. Curry is still recuperating from a hamstring injury that practically derailed the Warriors' run in last season's playoffs. It remains unclear when the two-time MVP will return, but he remains in high spirits. In the meantime, the 37-year-old Curry is kept busy by playing golf and honoring his other commitments, including media appearances. He recently guested on Complex, wherein the host asked him if it's true that his net worth is $240 million. While other players are proud of their hard-earned money, Curry remained timid. "I don't know. I don't really care," said the Warriors guard. "To be honest, that's not something I really worry about too much. I got somebody who takes care of that for me. But me and my wife, we hate talking about legacy. Like, that's self-serving. It's just you want to have something that you look back on and are proud of knowing we've been blessed with so many opportunities, so many resources, and so many relationships. We want to be good stewards of it." Talk about $1 million answer. Last year, Curry signed a one-year contract extension reportedly worth $62.6 million, keeping him with the Warriors through the 2026-27 season. Given his popularity, he has plenty of commercial endorsements. He has a long-term deal with Under Armour, which will extend even when he is retired from the NBA. Although exact terms were not disclosed, the new agreement could be one of the richest ever endorsement deals in sports once annual base pay, stock equity, royalties on signature products, and on-court incentive bonuses are tallied, reported ESPN's Nick DiPaola in 2023. But despite the riches he has accrued over the years, the ever-humble Curry has always kept his feet on the ground, and that's exactly why the blessings keep on coming. The one upside for the Golden State Warriors not adding any new faces this summer is that the current roster can continue developing a tight bond. Jimmy Butler already looks like he's fitting in with his veteran teammates of Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. Butler is currently in China. On Wednesday, August 6th, in a post to his Instagram account, Butler was talking about each player's role within the Warriors' rotation. The veteran forward likened Green's role to that of the Batmobile, in that he's the one who gets the team where we need to go. "He's the one who gets us where we need to go. He does a little bit of everything," Butler said. "Shoot them things, somebody's shooting at us. He's rolling over, protecting us. Golden State, we're on the way. I'll tell you that." Both Butler and Green have outspoken and combative personalities. However, any concerns about the two clashing appear to have been put to rest. Since arriving in the Bay Area, Butler has emerged as a key piece of the team's rotation, both on the court and in the locker room. Furthermore, his metaphor for Green's role on the Warriors is incredibly apparent. Green is the engine that drives Golden State forward, and his supporting role is key to the team's chances of success. Warriors unlikely to trade Jonathan Kuminga. The primary reason why Golden State is yet to add any new faces this summer is due to their current standoff with Jonathan Kuminga. In recent weeks, the notion of a potential sign-in trade has been rife within the media. However, according to Tim Kawakami of the San Francisco Standard, the Warriors have no plans to move on from their former lottery pick this summer. Kuminga won't be traded this summer, Kawakami reported. He'll be back on the Warriors roster to start the season. And it'll either come when he signs the Warriors offer or accepts the $7.9 million one-year qualifying offer. Throughout his tenure in the Bay Area, Kuminga has struggled to nail down a consistent role in Steve Kerr's rotation. That is likely playing a role in Kuminga dragging his heels on a new contract. After all, he needs consistent playing time if he wants to reach his full potential. Warriors want an unprotected first-round pick. If a team wants to convince the Warriors to part with Kuminga, it will reportedly cost them a high-value, unprotected first-round draft pick. According to Sam Amick of The Athletic, the Sacramento Kings came close with a recent sign-and-trade offer, but the protections on the pick likely scuppered the deal. If that pick didn't convey, then the Warriors would get the least favorable of the Kings or San Antonio's first-round pick in 2031, Amick wrote. Those protections have been the primary sticking point, team sources said, as the Warriors have insisted that the first-rounder be unprotected. Thus, the stalemate. Negotiations over Kuminga's future have derailed the Warriors' offseason. The franchise is likely waiting on an agreement before adding any fresh faces. Unfortunately for Golden State, it would appear the standoff could go right down to the wire, and that may make things difficult in terms of bringing fresh faces to the Bay Area ahead of training camp. As the Golden State Warriors' offseason has worn on, their reported handshake agreements with numerous free agents, including veteran center Al Horford, have been put on hold as a result of the lingering Jonathan Kuminga situation. Yet, with the recent news that the Kuminga standoff will likely continue as a result of the front office's unwillingness to trade the dynamic young forward, Horford's arrival to the Bay could be delayed and even possible negated entirely. As Horford contemplates his options, among which is certainly retirement, Golden State must act as quickly as possible in order to land their prime target. Warriors' Al Horford signing could become more complicated than expected because of Jonathan Kuminga. With the Warriors attempting to bring an end to their standoff with Kuminga, the impasse has become stronger than ever. Although the two teams have come relatively close on a monetary figure, with Kuminga coming down from his initially unrealistic $30 million annual value demands, there is still considerable disagreement regarding the two parties' leverage within the framework of the deal. While the Warriors want a 2-year deal with a team option and a waiving of the no-trade clause that typically comes with 1-year bird rights contracts, Kuminga's party wants to maintain his leverage as long as possible until he hits unrestricted free agency. Therefore, with the news that Golden State likely will not entertain the Sacramento Kings' intensifying trade pursuits, it appears that the two sides are right back at square one over a month into the offseason. Now, Horford, 39, has a major decision to make. It is extremely likely that, once the Kuminga situation is resolved, the Warriors will have the cap space remaining to sign him. Yet, does Horford continue to bet on that? As free agency opened, numerous teams were rumored to have interest in Horford, including the Los Angeles Lakers, Milwaukee Bucks, and Atlanta Hawks. Although many of these teams have starting centers already, the prospect of a guaranteed spot on an NBA roster could be enticing to Horford as Golden State dawdles. Moreover, after a lengthy and successful career and a 10-year tenure with the Boston Celtics, Horford could certainly be considering retirement as a real option rather than moving to an entirely new franchise this late in his career. Therefore, the longer the Warriors take to resolve their Kuminga situation, the more uncertain their signing of Horford becomes.